前の相手は俺だ。かかってこいよ。
Want to know how to create manga animations using Capcut? Well, today is your lucky day because I'm about to reveal how I created this stunning manga edits.
お前の相手は俺だ。かかってこいよ。
With very simple steps like removing the background, separating the body parts so we can do our manga animations, using After Effects and Capcut to add some Capcut effects. In this manga animation tutorial, you'll learn how to create your own manga eye movement, manga mouth movement, and manga hair movement. We are going to use this image to create this animation. If you were looking for a perfect Capcut tutorial, this video is for you. Let's get started. Initially, I went to Google to get my manga image. While going there, I already had an idea of what I want in mind. Searching, I was looking for something like Yuta Okatsu. After carefully searching, I came across this image. With many possible ways of animating it, I knew I could make it pull out the sword easily, creating a good fight scene anticipation. So here is the process. The first step is to change the image color mode to black and white to have that manga feeling we all want, after which you have to erase the background. You can do this using AI background remover tools like Remove BG, PixArt, AI photo editor. The list can go on. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of these tools out there. In Photoshop, import your image, use the lasso tool to select the background of the image. Hit delete on the keyboard. Select all the unwanted background spots repeatedly and hit delete. Next, once you're done with your background, you have to start cutting the image into separate parts or layers. To do this, let's use the same lasso tool. Select the spot on the image you wish to animate. In this animation, I want a simple sword pull, so I'll start by selecting the left arm holding the sword. Hit the Ctrl X key to cut the selected part. Now you need to paste this into another layer. Create another layer by clicking on this icon here. Paste the arm we've cut by pressing and holding the Shift Ctrl V on the keyboard to paste the arm in place. Now, as you can see, our image is pasted back in its original position. We have to do the same process to all the other parts of the image, like the blade of the sword, the right arm, the jacket. For the eye and the hair, you have to pay more attention to them. To have a more appealing manga hair movement, the more parts you cut out from the hair to animate will make your animation look livelier. Cut and paste it on its own layer. Basically, when you scale the body parts and offset the post of the anime image, you start to see how your final animation will look like. Basically, this is the concept of animating fight scenes. Just a little bit different here, because we are using an image which turns to be tricky. Note that after displacing the post, you will have empty spaces on your image. I had to fill them by using the paintbrush. Carefully paint on all the areas on the jacket. It's a simple process, as I use the mouse to do this. And it doesn't have to be professional, so no need to worry. Just keep it simple. Nothing fancy about it. Brush until you are satisfied with its look. The next step is where I added my After Effects animations. First and foremost, you have to make sure the Photoshop project is saved. Open, create a new composition. Here, I'll use the default presets. Go to File, Import, Choose File, and then move over to select the Photoshop file. Make sure you import the file as a composition. Once your file is imported, double-click on the file to open its composition. Now, we have to start assigning some basics keyframes to this image. Select the first layer, the left hand in this case. Go to the Transform panel, add keyframes to the position, scale, and rotation properties. Drag the timeline forward to about 4 seconds, then offset the position of the hand, the X position to about 192, and Y to about 515. You can offset the scale and do minor rotation if you want. This will add more oomph to your final CapCut edit. Basically, by moving the arm forward and upwards will create an appropriate post for your manga animation. In this case, you can see clearly we want a sword pull animation. Thus, try different posts and positions until you are satisfied with what you want. This is a very simple animation. Just make sure to choose the right post. This will make your manga scene look for appealing. And besides, the animation is only 3 seconds long. Next, I animated the sword blade by using the same process as that of the arm. Keyframe its scale and rotation properties, and then move it to the sword handle. Essentially, you have to add animations to all the body part to make the animation lively. As you must have watched manga blinking animations, it's important to add eye movement to your manga image. Thus, select the eyes, click here to convert the eye to a 3D object, and add keyframes, scale down the eye, and adjust its position until you are satisfied with it. Also, I added animation keyframes to the head, the jacket, the hair, and all the other layers created. Adding these animations will make your final manga animation look lively. Next, for the lip sync animation, I used a green screen video to achieve the final result. If you have watched other manga animation tutorials, you must have realized you can use other methods to achieve this. But with this method, you can achieve a smooth manga mouth animation easily, which is why I went for it. To do this, import your green screen video, go to the Properties panel under Effects, add the key light effect onto the video, and use the color picker to select the green color. And finally checked Enable Color Correction box in order to make the lip sync video black and white. You achieve this by reducing the saturation value to 8. Once I was done with the animation, I exported the video. Carry it over to Capcut for video editing. In Capcut, I imported my video. I'm going to speed this Capcut edit process a bit, so we shall duel only on key moments on how I came about my final Capcut manga animation. Firstly, I added 2 images showing 2 separate eyes. I wanted a zoom perceptive, like 2 people ready to battle. I scaled the images to a desired length. To add some lighting to my scene, I added the energy effect. Capcut has so many cool effects. You can throw into the scene, but always try to keep it cool and simple. Dividing the eye into separate parts, I added the 1-tap 3 effects. Afterwards, I added the edge glow and fire glow effects into the scene. Moving forward, I added the cartoon border and electro effects. I kept on visualizing which effects will work well for a Demon Slayer manga. Entirely, this was what I had in mind. So I played with the effects, then I realized it will be easier to get it right if I import a sound. I did so by going to Audio, Sound Effects. Then search for a blade pull effect, and I got this sound that did resonates with my imagination. For the background sound, I did same, but this time search for an anime trailer sound, then I got presented with this amazing sound to spice up my video. And that is it, guys. I find it interesting that we can use Photoshop, After Effects, and Capcut to come out with such animations effortlessly from a single image. It is Capcut versus After Effects. I'll say you can't compare them as they both have their distinct features. So depending on the type of animation you want to achieve, always chose the right tool. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, for you do not want to miss our next anime video, where we will focus on how to animate manga in Capcut. And we shall use different tools, even AI tools if necessary. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.